Alright everyone, welcome back. This is Vaipo. I'm back with another game of League of Legends. Now, this is going to be another interesting match because, again, we have a Katarina in the middle. I freaking love Katarina games. Now, the reason I love Katarina games are because I'm a Katarina player myself. Now, we're going to jump straight into this game without too much delays. I'm going to put on my headset properly, not with the whole thing facing forward. I did realize actually recently that there's a lot of glare coming off my glasses, and this happens particularly worse when I'm facing in a certain way like this. But let's jump into this game and go. I was really hoping that this game wouldn't have first blood, and when I joined it was like 4 kills or something, and then all of a sudden I rewinded back as far as I could, and I managed to get back as far as 0-0. So there we go. We have actually a lot of damage coming onto Blitz here. It does look like Blitz might drop here if he's not careful. Oh, it does look like Ezreal dives him and actually gets picked off by the turret with Graves' help. Now, I didn't know that was actually going to happen. I actually randomly decided to go down here for some reason, and that happened. So getting pretty lucky on that find. I'm not sure why I'm being capped at 30 FPS right now. We do have Jace also going down here with the help of Ignite. I'm pretty sure that Ignite was probably from Vladimir. Yeah, Vladimir is the one that used it. So there we go. We have 2 kills at the bottom, 1 kill at the top. Now the bottom did pick up the first blood also, so do remember that they are a little bit extra ahead. Now Katarina versus Orianna in the middle. This is actually a matchup that I've had quite a bit of problems with myself. Orianna is actually a very dangerous champion and very well, very good against Katarina rather. The reason for that is because she can actually, if played well, she can out harass Katarina. Of course with the ball and the explosion thing. But the only problem is Katarina does do more burst if she decides to engage. And if she's safe, of course. Now, another thing is that Katarina can interrupt Orianna's ult. We do have Ezreal dropping here again at the bottom. So Ezreal is going to be on 1-2. Now he does of course have first blood, but I mean looking at his minion kills, he's not really doing that well, is he? He's starting to fall quite heavily behind Graves, and this is going to start showing greatly because Graves also has 2 kills. Now we have a lot of people dropping pretty low here. This is kha'zix actually almost dropping to the minions right here. He's probably going to end up taking these rates and then going back to base. Of course, rates don't do that much damage, especially when you destroy the first one on your first hit. So as I was saying earlier, I'm very excited to see a Katarina in this game. Katarinas are just amazing to have in ranked games, and while after the remake they're a lot stronger, they're still kind of considered not really viable because they can be interrupted so easily. But when a Katarina does pay off and does do a lot of damage and doesn't get focused enough, she is such an amazing champion to be played with. And of course can pull off triple and quadra and even pentakills. If you're like, wow, was that even a correct pull? Before we see if he's gonna die, I want to go back and actually see that again, because there's no way he should have gotten pulled there. I'm gonna zoom in and slow it down just a little bit. Blitzcrank is probably setting up to get this kill right now, anytime now. Let's speed it up a little bit. There we go. Do you see that? It was going for the minion, and then it hit Ezreal. It like kind of twitched to the left. So there we go. We're gonna see if Ezreal's gonna drop here. No, it does look like he is gonna be safe. Now we do have Shyvana coming down. She is gonna be spotted though, so these guys are gonna be backing off. I'm not quite sure if they're gonna be able to get away here. Now Shyvana is gonna engage onto Blitzcrank. We also have Fiddle starting to do damage on him. It does look like Blitzcrank is gonna drop. Nothing they can do about that, especially with Fiddle's crowd control right there. So there we go. We do have Shyvana picking up a kill now. That is her 2nd kill of the game. 2 kills in 5 minutes. I believe that's not bad at all. Now Katarina and Orianna having a lot of trading here in the middle. As you can see, Orianna is a little bit low. She does manage to flash away there, so she is going to be safe. Probably a bit unnecessary. I'm not quite sure if she really needed to flash away there, although better safe than sorry, I'd always say. And she is out of mana, so I'm not really sure why she's staying in here. Of course, Orianna, while she's able to do quite a lot of damage without her skills, because of her passive, I'm actually going to read it myself there. Orianna uses her bolt as a focus for her spells. Orianna's ball automatically returns to her if she is too far away. Blah blah blah, that's boring. Orianna's basic attacks deal We do have Vladimir actually dying up on top. We deal 18% plus 15% of our ability power as bonus magic damage. Subsequent attacks against the same target with 4 seconds deal an additional 20% magic damage. This stacks up to 2 times. So this basically makes her auto hits do a bit of extra damage coming from her her AP. So ooh, look at that. Katarina might actually end up getting away here. It does look like she is going to. Definitely not advised to be chasing after that Shyvana. Shyvana would end up taking her out quite easily there. Does look like actually Orianna getting chased by kha'zix in return. So we have both the mid laners being pushed out of lane while the junglers are doing their job. I mean, looking, I forgot to rearrange these guys again. One moment. With Fiddle, and at the bottom we have Blitzcrank, and at the top we had Jace versus Vladimir. So there we go, we have the teams rearranged. We can now compare them quite easily. Now Katarina at 51, she's a little bit ahead on minions, nothing too major yet though. We're gonna see actually Fiddle almost dropping here. It does look Fiddle gets dropped by Blitzcrank and Graze. Graze picking up that kill. Ezreal of course is gonna get away because he wasn't focused, and he did have his arcane shift ready. So gonna see how long he can last in the middle now. Of course, if Blitzcrank does pull him, it's pretty much guaranteed death. Ooh, it does look like Graves is gonna dive him. He's gonna take a few turret hits, but Ezreal is not gonna be there to do enough damage. Now the turret did not finish him off because he did move out of range just momentarily to get to lose the turret aggro. So Ezreal is gonna survive that, and in the middle we still have a bit of passive gameplay, or rather not being able to do much. I mean, ooh, oh my god, is this Katarina gonna build correctly? Not exactly correctly, but it does look like she's building a Cage's lucky pick. We're going to see if she builds a revolver next. While that is a very good build, maybe before a few patches back, it doesn't quite work as well anymore. You would want to get a Deathfire Grasp pretty early on in this game, or in this metagame. Oh, look at that, Blitzcrank is going to get caught out here. I'm not quite sure why he didn't teleport in the bush, but he does look like he might get away here. He does have that increased movement speed. Does flash away perfectly from that Orianna ult, so he is going to get away here. Pretty sloppy of him not to be teleporting inside the bush, but what can you do? That happens sometimes. You might decide you are safe and then you get ganked. So Katarina is going to be sitting here in the bush. I'm not quite sure if she's going to want to be engaging onto these guys while they're doing the dragon. Of course they could try to ignore the dragon and just kill her, but that might not be the best of ideas, because of course it does look like kha'zix is going to come here to help. Now we do have Fiddle here also. Fiddle doesn't quite have his ult, but Katarina does, and while they have enough CC to interrupt Katarina, this might be a bad engage for them. 4 versus 3 right now. Katarina could be very, very dangerous if she takes out Fiddle very, very soon in the start. Of course she could probably burst him down with just her skill, her Q, W and E, as well as Ignite. But it does look like that whole team fight got averted. So looking up at the top now, we do have a big engage here actually. Vladimir does ult onto Jace, but Jace is going to get away, of course, being quite tanky for a top laner without any tanky items. Jace took almost no damage from that Vladimir ult. Katarina does look like she might try to go up top to get a gank here. And oh, look at that, actually we do have Orianna here, or not Orianna, Shyvana. Wow, look at that. Did that last tick do a bit too much damage? I do believe that did a bit too much damage. It looked like it did more damage than it should have. 39 and then another tick of over 39 basically. I'm not quite sure if that should have ticked for so much, but there we go. We do have Orianna probably going to get picked off here as well. Nothing she can do about that. Katarina not able to quite kill steal it, or rather just secure the kill for herself. And kha'zix does get that, bringing him up to 1-0-1. Wow, look at that. That wasn't very smart by Vladimir. He did end up getting flashed on by Jace. I do believe that Vladimir tried to Q him and then E and possibly then W, unless he didn't have it ready. But either ways, you never want to be doing this kind of stuff when you're not sure whether your opponent has a flash or not. Of course Jace does also has a bit of a leap, so I suppose maybe that wasn't a good idea no matter what way you look at it. Now I'm going to quickly check my camera, see that it's not gone a bit too dark. No, it's not, because I do have a little light in front of me which I was going to use. I don't have one of those softening screens for it, because of course I'm not exactly a professional caster here, but I do have one ready. Actually, my room is a bit of a mess. Wardrobe is open and everything, but anyways, does look like everything's okay. Blue team is slightly ahead right now. Actually, for 10 minutes, the blue team has actually got quite a significant lead. They have about 2.7 thousand gold advantage over the purple team, and this is going to start getting greater and greater if things go like this for the next X amount of time, let's just put it that way. Wow, it does look like actually Ezreal does get pulled by Blitzcrank, but he manages to get away straight away. Shyvana jumping in here with her ult. Fiddle is going to ult straight away right after. Blitzcrank might get caught out here. His shield is not going to be doing much because he was out of mana. It does look like Graves might get picked off here as well. There's three people chasing after him right now, and he does get exhausted, meaning he is going to get shut down. Now Katarina is going to jump here. She did pick off Fiddle very, very quickly. If she gets her cooldowns reset, she is probably going to kill Ezreal as well, but it does look like she might want to get back off right now. No, she doesn't. She gets denied completely by Orianna, but it does look like kha'zix comes in to finish off that Shyvana, and of course Orianna does clean that up. Ezreal's still alive actually. I did believe that, or I did think rather, that Katarina was going to finish him off, but it does look like he did get away there. So purple team did have a positive engage there, losing, wait, what? I believe they lost 4-2, which means they did bring up their score a little bit. They're only 2 kills behind right now. So there we go, 1.4k goal difference. Wow, that Vladimir really had a close call there. And Chase must be pissed off about that. He is going to try to chase him down. I'm not quite sure if he's going to be able to get him. No, Vladimir does spot that and of course runs away further. Now, probably should have went either here or just all the way back. Wow, look, purple team has already lost a third. Jace does take that out. Of course, Vladimir is not able to defend that while at such low health, because of course Jace would just burst him down with one hit. But Jace is going to want to go down here. He might try to end up picking this Orianna out, and if he gets this, that will be pretty interesting. Orianna's going to be very behind. Wow, slightly missing that that shot. And I'm not quite sure if Orianna spotted that or just had it. Wait a minute, I'm gonna go back. I want to see this. Did she spot this? She did. She probably just about spotted it, and she did put up the shield. So there we go. I did think that was randomly deciding to go towards the minions, or rather the wolves. So there we go, we might have Shyvana getting taken out here as well. Blitzcrank is probably going to get another hit on her. No, he doesn't. He actually doesn't even get an assist there. But Katarina does pick that up. Katarina being on 3-1-2 right now, having a very nice bit of damage right now. She is building slightly different than what I anticipated. I was talking about different builds for her earlier, and starting off with a Deathfire Grasp is certainly one of the best ways to build her right now. Now, what she's doing wrong at the moment is she has a start of 3 of her main items. Now, the first one should have been Deathfire Grasp, which is Cage's lucky pick, but the thing is, it's made out of a Cage's lucky pick and a Blasting Wand, which means that she's not building a second item to be ready to be, finishing that off. Now the thing is, she has 3 starts. The tome, or the amplifying tome, from my opinion, is probably for a Realized Crystal Scepter, and then of course the needlessly large rod is for Rabadon's Death Cap. So we have a lot of trading here actually, 2 for 1 right now. Does look like we're going to probably have a few more kills going off here. 3-4-1, and there we go. Blue team does clean that up, and that's pretty much it. Blue team is starting to pull ahead again. We have 2.4 thousand gold difference right now. Graves is probably going to let this turret live for a little bit. He is of course very far ahead of Ezreal on farm, so of course he does want to drag this lane on as much as possible, because the longer he drags it on, the more farm he gets ahead of Ezreal. Ezreal kind of probably just trying to get a bit of extra damage onto this, onto the minion wave, so that they don't take out the turret, but a bit of a waste otherwise. So kha'zix is going back to jungle. Not quite sure why he didn't offer this. Oh, never mind, my mistake. I forgot he has Katarina on his side. And while cooldown reduction is pretty important for Katarina in case she doesn't get a kill or assist in a team fight, it's also not quite as useful for her as it would be for kha'zix himself, who could use this as a mana regen source. Of course, people still complain about not getting the blue buff as a mid laner when they don't actually have mana, but the way I see it, just don't ask for it. You're not going to probably get it anyways. Now we do have actually Ezreal dropping here. It does look like Yeah, there we go. Graves picking up 2 kills. Excuse me while I take a sip. Coffee's the best invention man has ever made. But it does look like Oriana's going to try to dive onto Graves, and she might actually. Wow, she got taken out before she killed Graves, and it does look like Graves is going to survive this with 7 health. 7 health, ladies and gentlemen. 7 health surviving after an ignite, as well as, I mean, he had what, 10% health? She engaged onto him, missed him completely, and then survived the ignite with 7 health. That is pure luck, I would say. Katarina getting even more fed right now. 4-1-3. She is going to go back onto Shyvana here. Probably going to get a kill onto her as well. So there we go. She is on 5-1-3 right now. Katarina is going to be a steamroller. So 5-1-3 versus 3-3-0 for Oriana. She's also roughly, well, actually exactly 50 minions ahead of her. So definitely a big advantage for the blue team. Blue team actually has twice as many kills right now, and they're also 3/3 ahead, so this might be a very short game for the purple team. It does look like it's heading that way. Unfortunately, I'm not exactly calling this game yet. I have seen bigger comebacks yet, but at the moment the stakes are up against, or rather the tide is against the purple team. Now Katarina being fed, and I did hope that I would see a very fed Katarina at some stage in this game, or rather in my casting career. No, I don't know if I can call it career, not quite yet anyways. But she has 293 AP. Let's actually quickly look at Oriana. Oriana has 87, so there you go, a massive difference. I'm not quite sure why she even built a Fiendish Codex. I do believe that she's probably going for I think it's Morello's Evil Tome that uses it. I don't quite remember which item uses that, or maybe she could be going for Athene's Unholy Grail actually. So there we go. Actually, Oriana coming in here. They might try to dive onto Jace, and of course the tower is almost dead. So whether they do or not, they could just do 2 hits onto it, and it would be a waste if somebody died right now, because Jace is so tanky. Look at that, Jace picking off that fiddle. 4 versus 1 on the dive. They could have just finished off that tower without any bit of worry. Does look like Katarina picks up a kill here. She could probably even engage onto this Shyvana and still get away with it, but it does look like she might have to back off right now. She doesn't really have any cooldowns. She does have her Q ready, so there we go. Look at that, she actually picks off that Vladimir as well. Very good way to go down. Very well played by Katarina there. Unfortunately, not quite the best of builds. She is looking like she's going to build a revolver next. Probably not the best of options either, but she's doing very well, so I can't complain. I guess this build works for her. Yeah, there we go. There's the revolver. The revolver is up. Everyone is starting to buy wards, and this is actually something I have noticed in some of my casts as well. Not enough people are buying wards, which means that these games are not the highest ELO, but they might be high-ish. Now, the one thing we're going to see here is the blue team is actually still twice as many kills as the purple team. So this means that the longer this game is going to go on, the further ahead that the blue team is going to get. So we have kha'zix actually dropping here, so purple team is slightly outplaying the blue team for this very little moment, and we're going to see exactly. Oh, it does look like Blitzcrank might actually get slowed enough here to get him taken out. It does look like Graves is probably going to get a kill onto Fiddlesticks. So there we go. We're going to see exactly what happens when Shyvana takes on Graves. Graves is trying his best to kite Shyvana around, but it does look like Graves is going to take her out. Of course, he did a very, very good job with kiting around the place there. He has a little bit of lifesteal, actually not quite a little bit, about 16% plus talents. Let's see, 3% from talents as well. He did opt to get those skills. He has an Infinity Edge, a Zeal, so definitely, yeah, doing more damage than Shyvana. Shyvana has no chance. Now Vladimir might even get taken out here by Jace. We're going to see exactly how far this is going to go. Of course, Jace not going to let him breathe at all. Vladimir getting taken out, so they are pulling even further ahead now. 5-1 turrets, 26-12 champion kills. So Katarina is so fed right now. We're going to actually see Katarina possibly looking to get a quadra or a pentakill soon, I hope. Anyways, I would like to see one, because that would be extremely exciting. And we're going to see the goals tab now. I don't think I have brought it up a single time yet. Top laners, 2,000 gold difference between Jace and Vladimir. The junglers, 5.8 to 5.9, very even, with Shyvana being slightly ahead. Katarina versus Oriana have a full tier 3 item difference in between them. It does look like Ezreal is going to get taken out by kha'zix right there. No assists. Where's Fiddle going? Wow, did you see that? That was a crazy amount of damage right there. Doing so much damage with that skill. What was it anyways? Taste their fear, I believe. So yeah, kha'zix definitely going to be able to do quite a lot of damage. There we go, Katarina picking up another kill. Double kill right now. Unfortunately, no other kills going or nearby for Katarina to pick up right now. But back to comparing gold. The supports, well, Fiddle's not exactly a support, but he did play a support role in this game. Now he's only 400 gold behind Blitzcrank. That doesn't really make that much of a difference, seeing as they were technically supports. Ezreal versus Graves is a big, massive difference. Graves has twice as many items as Ezreal. Of course, you can see he has 100 minions more, 93 to be exact. And of course Graves is on 10-1-2, whereas Ezreal is on 2-6-4. Now Fiddle jumping into here, getting pulled by Blitzcrank. He's not going to escape this. He barely even did any damage to Graves when he jumped into him. So there we go. This is probably going to be game. Does look like the blue team is going to be trying to push onto the turret here, and I believe this could be it.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
Ezreal missing his ult, not able to do much now that the purple team has lost one turret. Ezreal might actually get picked off here as well. Right under the turret. Wow, look at that, 8 health he survived with, and that was very, very close. kha'zix does look like he's actually going to kill Vladimir as well as get taken out. I believe the minions helped a little bit with that. And there we go. That's pretty much going to be it, guys. So while this game is finishing up, while this game is going to be finishing up, I suppose I'll talk about what's going on right now. Now, there was a bit of a bug recently with YouTube, and what happened was it showed that my content ID claims was not okay. Wow, look at that, actually surviving with very, very little health there. But it did show that my content ID claim had a bit of a fault in it, and that I was breaching some copyright thing, and for some reason all my monetization had been disabled for that brief moment. But it looked like it was only a visual bug, and nothing actually happened to my channel, and I was actually really freaked out for that moment. But that's pretty much it for this game, so that's it. And basically what happened was I had to delete some videos. Unfortunately, I had to delete some very popular videos. There was one of my League of Legends videos with Katarina in it where it had about 4,000 views, and I had to delete it because I was actually scared that that was one of the videos which might have been in breach of copyright. Now the only thing was that it was detecting the end music of you know, when the victory sign comes up, there's music at the end, and I believe that's what the YouTube engine, whatever you want to call it, was detecting. And I tried to dispute that claim, but I didn't really get a reply for it in about half a month, so I thought that was it, and luckily it wasn't, so it was only a bug. But I did have to delete some important videos. For example, my prototype playthrough, the first video had to be deleted. What else had to be deleted? One of my Bastion games, one of my Bastion parts, one of my Red Faction parts, and those are unfortunately missing, but I'm going to be focusing on what is coming up on my channel. So that's it, everyone. This is the end of this video. As usual, if you liked the video, please leave me a thumbs up and a comment below with either criticism, support, or any sort of feedback that you can possibly give me. And that's pretty much it. So I'll leave you with that. I'm Vaipo, and I'm out.